Shalom everyone, Adonai Oz le'amo yiten, and with that strength, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. Parashat D'varim, Shabbat Chazon, Tavshin Pei. Eile hadvarim asher diber Moshe. These are the words that Moshe spoke to all of Am Yisrael. Not only Parashat D'varim, all of Sefer D'varim is what Moshe spoke in the last 5 weeks of his life. Pasuk Gimel in our parasha says he starts on the first day of the 11th month. He passes away on Zayin Adar, the 7th day of the 12th month. These are the words that are important to Moshe to say to Am Yisrael before he departs from them. And it's not only for this generation, a prophecy that is needed for generations is what the Torah brings. This is a prophecy for all of Am Yisrael, for all generations. Moshe is leaving, and what is he worried about? What are the challenges that Am Yisrael is going to have after he's gone? And what are the tools that he's trying to give us to deal with this challenge? Moshe is afraid that we will take it for granted. We're a Jewish nation, we have a national life, and everything is fine. And we will forget how special it is, how much we have to put into cultivating a Jewish way of life in our nation. And therefore Moshe is giving us ideas and actions so we won't allow that to happen. In Parashat D'varim, Moshe reminds us of Chet HaMeraglim, that left us stuck in the desert for 40 years, a whole generation. And he says to us, don't repeat that, don't do that again. You're going to end up skipping another generation, getting stuck in Galut, not making any progress. Don't allow that to happen to us. We'll go out into Galut again, we'll do tshuva, we'll return. Enough, haven't we had enough of this wandering Jew business? Also on Tisha B'Av and also on Parashat Va'etchanan, we read in Perek Daled in Sefer D'varim, Moshe reminds us of how unique it was, the revelation of Hashem at Har Sinai, speaking to all of Am Yisrael. And Moshe says, Ki torid banim uvnei banim venoshantem ba'aretz. When you have children and children's children, you will think that it's just usual. It's an old thing, nothing special about it. That we have a national life in Eretz Yisrael. When we reach the third generation, the children's children, they take it for granted. That's exactly what Moshe is worried about, and he says to us, always remember Ma'amad al Sinai. And he also says, if your children ask you, what is this all about? Leil HaSeder. That's so that every year you remind them how special it is to be part of the nation that left Mitzrayim and Yetziat Mitzrayim. In Parashat Ekev, we have the mitzvah of Birkat HaMazon. You will eat and you shall bless Hashem for what? For the good land He has given you. You eat a sandwich and you thank Hashem for the land. It's not to be taken for granted. You're in Galut and you eat a sandwich and you're reminded you're not at home. You're not supposed to stay there. In Parashat Re'eh, the Torah tells us even when we're not living right next to the Mishkan, the Mikdash, like we were in the desert, still every year, a few times a year, we return to Beit HaMikdash. We make sure that the Mikdash and Yerushalayim remain central in the lives of Am Yisrael. In Parashat Shoftim, also in Parashat Ki Tetzeh, we find that without justice, without judgment and justice, there is no life for Am Yisrael and Eretz Yisrael. Tzedek, tzedek tirdof. Justice you shall pursue, that you may live and possess the land Hashem is giving you. Parashat Ki Tavo, it's clear. It starts with the mitzvah of Bikurim. A person lives in Eretz Yisrael, he has land for already 10 generations, 100 generations. Every year he brings his new fruit to Beit HaMikdash. He thanks Hashem for Yetziat Mitzrayim and for giving us a land of Eretz Zavat, Chalav Udvash, a land of milk and honey. In the Parshiot of Nitzavim, Vayelech, Shirat Ha'azinu, Am Yisrael, Moshe tells Am Yisrael, I know you're going to sin. Sometimes you're going to be sent out to Galut and return. But again, enough. When are we finally going to get it? Haven't we had enough of this kind of cycle? Die, enough. Let's stay in Eretz Yisrael, live our lives properly. Obviously, these are only examples, and you will find many other places in Sefer D'varim where Moshe gives us this message. But what is the significance of this picture? When Chazal divided the Torah reading in such a way that we always read Parashat D'varim just before Tisha B'Av, they're actually not telling us only to read Parashat D'varim, to read Sefer D'varim. Moshe knows that we are going to be accustomed, we're going to get used to it, that we have a national life in certain generations, and when we take it for granted, that's the beginning of our downfall. And Moshe is telling us and giving us tools for all generations that we should never take it for granted and always have reminders, and this is what is going to keep us alive as a nation, spiritually. Always have reminders not to take it for granted that we have the blessing that we have of living as a nation in Eretz Yisrael with our unique way of life. And this is what is going to accompany us from now, from the end of the 3 weeks, throughout the 7 weeks of Haftarot that give us Nechama, that give us prophecies of redemption, of Geulah, all the way to Rosh Hashanah. This idea is going to accompany us all the way through Sefer D'varim, all the way until Rosh Hashanah and the Chagim of Tishrei. Shabbat Shalom.